Guardians, and welcome to The Last Word, GamingLagg.com's Destiny-only podcast. I am your host, Mike Chalice. Alongside me, the regular panel of idiots, the man with the beard, Matt Bird.
Go fuck yourself.
Mr. Gloom-a-Doom himself, Sam Landry. And the boss of the boss, Josh Quigley.
Yeah.
For the record, I am including myself in the panel of idiots. We got a lot of stuff to go through this week. This is pretty much going to be our Destiny E3 special because there was a lot of stuff revealed last week.
But there was?
And
No.
it didn't happen at the time we did last week's episode, which is why last week's episode was like 13 minutes or something like that, because there was really nothing to talk about, as everybody was anticipating.
And then we watched the
and
then we watched the Sony press conference.
we're going to start off by dedicating this episode to the Dads of Destiny salute video. They had a member of their clan actually pass away, and we would like to dedicate this episode to them. They made a very, very tasteful video of sending him off with all of his gaming friends, over 200 people.
For over Reddit and
Over Reddit.
Yeah,
sent in videos of doing different salutes and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yep.
Dedicate that episode to that. Let's go over really quickly what we did this week in Destiny. I know we've all played it a little bit. And then we're going to dive into everything the Taken King.
Sounds good.
All right. I guess I'll start since
Yes, 'cause I'm looking at
you
you.
like stared right at me.
Through you, actually.
So I did 2 Nightfalls and got no good gear whatsoever.
You got those cool boots.
You did
Oh
get the
yeah, I
boots?
did get those. I'm
Yeah.
never gonna use them. I've never used a pair of exotic boots.
They have heavy weapon and the triple jump.
What?
Yeah.
I need those.
Yes, so do I.
Yeah, I got them too this past week. They give you the extra high jump and make it a triple jump. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
used them.
maybe I'll give them a try.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I did 2 level 34 Prison of Elders, which was ridiculously easy this
Yeah.
They're 34s are just easy again.
week. Like it was less than half an hour each time,
Anyone that
and
people
that was
are
kind of playing
struggling
dumb.
with- anything that people were struggling with are nobody's really struggling with them because they've nerfed them. Like they nerfed Caudron or Codron or whatever his name is. They nerfed Skolos, anything like that. So anything that was somewhat difficult is seemingly easy now, and we're all level 34. So
But the Prison of Elders was less. It felt like more of a reward based on a half-hour event than
sure.
when they were longer
Yep.
events. And I want to try the level 35 and see what they still need a checkpoint system. But it was a lot of fun. So I got my 2. I got those. Did a hard mode Vogue with you guys, which at level 34 with our 365 weapons went rather smooth.
it's a big deal when now that everybody's got some gear and stuff. So,
And I got a Fate Bringer, which I upgraded as soon as I got.
We did Hard Mode Vogue this week, didn't we?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. And you got another. Anyway, I'll let you.
I got a Fate Bringer and Vex. I kept the Vex in case we ever trade it, because Matt's going to trade me a Galahorn since I can't ever fucking get that.
If you get another one, please, I
sharded-
will
I
find
don't.
something.
I
I will find something. I will trade you.
I don't though. I get one of everything.
I know.
No.
I'm
Just
sorry.
one.
I know.
I think I sharded
I'll
it.
find
I don't
something
know
you
if I
don't
did or
have.
not.
Though. I'll give you.
Anyway.
Hey, guys.
Gonna need your focus.
Yeah.
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 Anyway,
Can you try it with another
other than that, I mean, I had a lot of fun with Destiny this week. Got screwed out of a chest key again for the second week since the announcement. The first bounty you hand in, the
On
wanted
each
bounty
character.
on each character, you get a key. Last week I got screwed out of it because I handed it in and I got nothing. And
This week, the
same thing. So there's that.
Yep.
When I did the second level 34, I had no key because I don't get them from farming chests. I don't get them from the side chests, and I apparently don't get them from the one event that I'm guaranteed one.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Well, I didn't play a whole lot of Destiny. We did do the hard mode Vogue, as I was mentioning. I got a Fatebringer and a Vex from that. I think I sharded the Fatebringer and kept the Vex in case I can trade it to Matt for a Galahorn, because that's going to be the only goddamn way I get that.
Are you going
gun.
to level it up for him?
No.
Are you gonna level up Galahorn for him?
No.
Although I seemingly have way too many Etheric Light because I still have 2 and I don't know what to do with them, so maybe I could do that.
You don't need a theory.
You don't need their
Yeah,
to level it up, but okay.
To level up what?
Vex.
Vex.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Wait, yes, you do.
No,
Nope.
you don't.
No?
You
No
need
shards.
Exotic
you need
shard.
Exotic
Ah,
shard.
it's exotic. Yes,
And I have
yes,
like
yes.
26 of those,
Yeah,
so
okay.
don't worry about it.
Yeah, anyway.
Just do the bubbles for him.
Yeah, just
Still
the
no
bubbles.
Galahorn. I did. What else? I don't think I did anything else. I think that was it. I did a couple Nightfalls. I got an Etheric Light, which I didn't need, and then I got the boots, the same boots that Josh got. I didn't do trials this weekend because I was too busy rearranging my living room. So, yeah.
Adult things.
Yeah, adult things, life, stuff like that.
Being a
Plus, I'm
parent.
getting married in a couple months, so there's lots of that going around. So
Cool.
Yeah. I just
Sam,
spent
you go ahead
Father's
and
Day
go
with my
next because I
kids.
know it's just on the tip of your tongue and
No,
you're having fun in Destiny
I want
again.
to,
Right
best
there.
for last. Go.
Right there at the tip of your tongue.
go ahead, Matt.
Go, Matt. What'd you get?
I get another galley this week, which I'm saving to trade with Mike.
It's never happening.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's probably going to happen with the expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did a couple other Nightfalls.
Not that, it would be
Don't
like
think I actually got
auctions.
anything from the other ones. 234s, couple 32s. And the funniest thing happened because it was super late at night. I'm surprised Josh hasn't said it yet.
No, I was leaving that one for you, buddy.
What happened?
What happened, Matt?
Matt threw his headset through his controller because he was half asleep playing
I was watching
at
too.
the end of the 34 and like, well, I need to get my Titan to 34 because the Taken King's coming. I was like, and I got an armor core and a weapon core and just talking was going to do the Judgment's Chance.
Specifically
what-
saying, I really hope I don't
Oh, yeah.
roll a set of gloves.
Oh yeah, and then
Yeah.
what does he do? Scroll over gloves.
And hit
Let
X. Scrolled over the gloves. Bye.
I really hope I don't roll gloves.
But the best thing is he scrolled over the gloves, left them there for like a minute,
Yeah,
kept talking, and then finally bought it.
Valuable use of an armor core.
Yeah.
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 After I already had.
He felt very
Yeah.
good about that.
So-
Yeah.
He was proud of himself.
Yep.
And in no way filled with rage and hate.
Yep.
Not at all.
Oh.
I was laughing a lot.
That pretty much finished what you did this week.
Yeah.
Sam,
All right.
go ahead.
So after not playing Destiny for 2 weeks, and finally figuring out my happy thought last night and remembered how to play Destiny, I did the 34 with Matt, got the Elder Cipher, which was awesome. Then went to go play a 32 just because I needed armor
You
core
need
to
an armor core.
and then, at the end, you have to, once you talk to Varix, you have to go and, it takes 3 to 4 or 5 time chances to open the chest to get the next step of it. I open it and I get first try. So, yeah.
Yeah, you
that's-
just gotta wait endlessly for Varix to call you.
I'd probably go on tonight. It'd probably be already there.
I
luck.
can't even get stuff that's
Hey,
guaranteed
hey,
to me.
in my
but
in my defense, everyone got something out of VOG. I got shards. That's it. So I think I
no, I don't
deserve
mean to
it.
cut you off, but we're
It's just
we
7
got
minutes. We're
I
good.
know we got a lot of stuff to go over though. But that's what we've been doing in Destiny this week. Again, we always throw this out there as much as we can remember, I guess. Add us on Destiny if you want. We do our best to play with anybody who wants to play with us. Obviously, we have our core set of group, our core gamer group that we play with a lot. But a lot of times, Matt or me or Josh or our other friends are on by themselves. And feel free to jump in with us. We have no problem doing that.
or Sam.
Thanks.
Sam. Yeah, you're never on by yourself. So,
I don't like playing with myself.
yeah. So we're going to go over the Taken King. So that was revealed at Sony's press conference, and then there were numerous videos and details revealed later on. It is going to be coming September 15th, and we are going to start with the most controversial issue of them all. It is $40. How do we feel?
I pre-ordered it now because I have a feeling in Canada it's going to go up in price.
Okay.
It's still too much,
It's
but
still
I
too
agree
much.
it's going to go
It-
up in Canada because
I-
it's the same price as
For
the US.
us,
Yeah.
I disagree. I think the value's okay. We are getting a lot of PS4 only stuff. Sucks for the Xbox crew though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The value in what we're getting kind of balances that out.
My
I
challenge
find,
is,
but
I mean, I've heard people talk about, well, you're supposed to get like 85% of the original game and blah, 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 so that makes it worth it. But when it was an original game, it was an original game. They had to spend the energy on developing it. They had to
Well-
spend the energy on building the mechanics.
the thing is that
It's a build on something that exists. Like it's
85% of the 85% we're getting.
85% of the 20%.
Yes, whatever. Of what we're getting has already been finished. It's been finished since the game's been out. They just wanted to roll it out for more money. Let's be honest
Disc-based
here.
DLC.
I think $40 is probably the right number. I'm gonna be getting it, and by no means should anybody take our podcast as negative. We don't like that it's $40. I feel
We're all
like
gonna pay it.
We're all gonna get it, but
I've already pre-ordered
I've already paid $100 for the collector's edition. Now I'm gonna pay, so I'm gonna be at $140 for this game, and I have put that much time into it, 100%.
Now,
Ah,
But
way more time than that.
time than that. But they
It's got to be good, and it's got
gotta
to be
good.
mind you,
it's, I don't know.
it's still less than pay-per-month subscription MMOs.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You can
And
look at it
there's-
that way, I guess.
And people ask me a lot why I still play Destiny, like the story's not that good, blah, blah, blah. Those people are either didn't put enough time in to get to the max level or aren't good enough to do the stuff at the higher content.
They didn't get to endgame.
If you can get to that point, there's even at level 34, there's still something satisfying about shooting somebody in the head in that game. Even if it's a level 2 that you one-shot. It's just the supers and stuff make the game feel very good. That's why we're still getting it. At least there's promises of new subclasses, which is the segue to the next part.
Oh,
Because that's probably the highlight. It's what everybody wanted. That empty spot beside all the classes is going to be filled. And this is how it goes before we get into opinions. Titan is getting Sunbreaker. Warlock is getting Stormcaller. And Hunter is getting Night Stalker. All of which are cool. We're going to go over those. But first reactions to getting new classes.
Super excited. We knew it was coming.
Yeah.
But you know, it's one of those things. You know it's coming, but it's still satisfying when they announce it.
Okay. Anybody else have anything like initial reactions of getting new classes?
My initial reaction when I saw the Titan was, this is fucking stupid because they already have Sunbreaker in the game.
Yeah.
They needed a new name for that. But besides that, I did like all the new classes.
Are not
The gloves, for the
Sunbreaker
Warlocks.
gloves.
Oh,
The
okay.
gauntlets.
Yeah, doesn't matter. You're not taking away my hammer of Thor.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
You're
Thor's
fiery.
hammer made of fire instead of lightning, basically. So without
Full
getting
off.
into too many of like the grenades and the different abilities, we're gonna go over the supers, and then we'll talk about a little bit more of the subclasses. So the Titan, as we just mentioned, is gonna get a hammer. It's gonna work similarly to Arc Blade for the Hunter, except you are gonna be able to throw it, but it's basically a permanent shoulder charge while you're that's what it seems like.
Yeah.
One shot of everything. Stormcaller for the Warlock, you basically become
Called
the
it.
Emperor from Star
Called
Wars,
it.
and you can float around and shoot lightning constantly at
You
people.
do float around. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which, I
and
mean-
I think my favorite.
Force lightning.
I think my favorite is Night Stalker, because it's
kind of a dumb
it's
name.
a void bow, which I thought, okay, it's going to be something that kills things, but it's more than that. So it does a lot of damage, but it also, for stronger enemies, it'll actually bind them in place. There's like 5 or 6 enemies on the screen all bound and they can't move. So for crowd control and stuff, you can imagine what they could do with raids. Like, think of the Abyss, all those people coming at you. You shoot one super, and now they're all so slow that you have so much time to just shoot
It's
and kill them.
finally their support ability, which I said they
Yes.
were going to get.
Yep.
And I like that it stays true to the Hunter, where the Hunter's always been such a, like, not offensive in the same way that, like, a Titan Striker is, but they've always been very offensive characters.
Yes.
And even their support role it's really an offensive support role. So it's, I'm doing this attack to support everybody.
No, there was support. Their support was invisibility. That's basically what they had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go invisible and revive you.
Yeah, but all really cool.
It would be sweet if they made a live action trailer for.
This alone was enough to get people. This alone was enough to get people excited because the trailer looked really good. And then they announced what everybody was upset about in House of Wolves, which segue into our next little spot, which is going to be there is going to be a raid in the Taken King. Of course. We don't know what it's called, but the story basically originates around Oryx, who is Crota's son, whom, if anybody
Crota's father.
Not son, yes.
Yep.
Who, if anybody didn't know, we've killed him a number of times, so he's not happy that we've killed his son a lot of times. And he comes on his massive ship and
filled with new enemies.
It looks like
Newish
we're fighting
enemies.
on the ship. That's
Yeah.
where the new location is going to be. It's going to be Oryx's ship, which is cool.
there
Okay with
are
that.
new enemies in the sense that some of them are all of them are the same races, but they have new abilities, so that does make them new enemies.
they're all melded together. So you get like there's some guy who looks like a Cabal mixed up with a Vex. Like it looks interesting.
Yep. So that's going to be what the raid is set. There's obviously going to be new raid gear, new raid weapons and armor. The last boss is going to be Oryx, who looks really awesome. He doesn't look anything like a normal hive. If anything, he looks like Illidan from World of Warcraft, basically.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Don't
We're
know
getting
who
a
that
new
is.
area, as I mentioned. So Oryx's Dreadnought ship is going to be the new area that you explore. There's going to be a number of missions on there. They've also said stuff about like puzzle missions and things like that. There's going to be secret puzzles you can do, like making leap of faith, and then all of a sudden a platform appears underneath you and stuff like that. So that stuff.
I foresee a lot of people being frustrated with that.
Yeah.
Brewer.
Sorry, Brewer.
you can't really go too much into it because we don't know a lot about it. So we'll move on to something else that I read. We are getting new strikes, but more importantly, the story mode is going to include cinematic sequences.
Cool. Are they going to be skippable?
Probably not. But they're at least going to have cinematics to tell a better story than what House of Wolves and Dark Below did.
Which was just go do the stories.
House of Wolves was pretty good as far as the story went. There was just no cinematic cutscenes or anything.
It's not that much.
There was nothing really
involved.
tying it together.
Yeah, exactly.
Duct tape.
One of the biggest additions is the new enemy we were talking about, which is going to be called the Taken, and we're going to go a little bit more into depth about that. So the Taken are basically old enemies that have been swallowed by this darkness. They look really cool. They're like emitting this dark energy around them. They're twitching all over the place because they're like half dead, half not. But they have new abilities, or they can have mixed abilities. What are our thoughts on that? Is that enough of a change of enemy?
Yeah, I'm just thinking void arc damage.
Oh.
Like they're doing void arc to you. A mixture of
just
both.
Seeing like that cabal teleporting around like
Yeah.
the captains do, I was just like, nope.
If they had the shield
All
guys,
kinds of nope.
the shield guys teleporting around behind you
God.
and smashing you into a wall.
Yeah.
There will be some broken
The cool
controllers
enemy that
coming.
I saw, I think it's going to be the boss of a strike, but it's a cabal, and he's got like these winged rockets on his back, and he's like flying all over the place. I'm like, well, that's not fair.
Well, the thing
We have
that
a
I
hammer.
like is that we spent so much time
God.
talking about the darkness in the game, you know, the darkness
Yeah.
and the darkness and the darkness, and this really, like, you had the minions of the darkness, but they were really just like racist.
They were
Yeah.
just, yeah.
And now you kind of have this actual darkness that like you can see radiating, that you can see how it's taken what I can only assume to be the
It goes
dead.
back to the original end of the game. Spoilers if you haven't played it.
Which by now is tough luck.
Yeah. Where the stranger looks, there are way worse enemies out there than you
What
can
you know.
imagine, Guardian and stuff.
Now
This is slowly getting into that, I think.
it'd be nice if she makes another appearance.
I think
It-
she's going to be the
it'd be
person
cool.
to give us the missions.
Cool. I'd be all right
Maybe
with
she
that.
could tell us what was the point of the gun she gave us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would have been so good.
For a
if you-
level?
Yeah.
That's all you used it for?
Yeah, a few. We'll do the PvP thing first because I'm actually super excited about the new PvP modes. Deej did an interview with IGN. They went over all of the PvP stuff. The PvP stuff looks fantastic and all just pure fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mayhem is almost instant
Is it
regeneration
mayhem?
of supers.
It's
Yeah.
going to be mayhem in general.
So it is just anarchy. You just have stormcallers and void bows and nova bombs going all over the place.
And one guy's still blade dancing.
Yes.
There'll
the
still be
other-
that guy using golden gun.
Obviously, that's not going to be any sort of competitive mode. That is just pure fun, and this one is too. It's called Rift. It is basically basketball.
Yeah.
You grab this.
Oh,
arc
yeah.
point, and you can literally slam dunk this thing. You can run up to the rift, and you do like backflips. You get extra points if you back slam dunk it in. It's ridiculous. And it kills the entire team.
We're playing that.
It looks awesome. Obviously, some new maps. There's
So-
a map that they showed off that's in the tower, which is really cool.
Rift
Yeah.
is their griff ball.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looks
I'm
really,
okay with
really
that.
cool. Some non-confirmed things. Class items are going to be getting perks, so like
Ooh.
hunter cloaks and stuff. We were looking at a video that the hunter cloak and warlock bonds and stuff had actual perks and stats. From
That'd
the
be
Taken
different.
kit, which is cool.
That'd be okay, but I don't want
they-
abilities. I'd rather
It's
want.
not the ones that they
buffs.
showed was kind of buffs where you can actually you choose up or down, and then it was intellect plus 50.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that would be
strength
nice.
plus 50, discipline
That would
plus
make
50.
sense.
Yeah.
That would be better just based on the fact, depending on the gear. A lot of people wear the gear because it looks cool, and not so much between the intellect.
Well, it just makes it so that piece becomes not,
By
you
accident.
know, like okay, it looks cool, but whatever.
It was the one thing while I'm leveling up a character that when I had one, it didn't matter until I had enough like Hardonic essence doing my warlock. I sharded them all no matter what because I get that some of them look cool, but there was no purpose.
My only issue with it is I hope there is the ability to switch the stats that are on it, because if let's say one gear set, your hunter cloak has strength and you don't want strength, then you have to use a non-matching set of
Segue.
Well, no.
Oh yes.
Well,
Segue.
That was a good segue. and
That
I
was
wanted
a
to do it.
very good segue.
let's segue. All right.
Segue into all of the preview items for armor have reforging icons on them.
So that's not
Yeah.
confirmed, but we see
It's
it.
not confirmed.
It's anything that they've shown can actually change before the
Now-
DLC expansion
Just-
comes out.
going back for a second to the class item because I wanted to give you that segue. Sure. What I could see it being is depending on what Warlock, Bond, all that stuff you would have, you would probably get like one of them probably have a set point of 50 points. The next one you could get that's a higher level or legendary would have 100 points. You can then use sliders, like you said, and either give you more intellect, more strength. That would be interesting.
It's not a slider, it's bubbles.
Yeah, but I could it would be nice to have you set a set amount, and then you can assign, boom, boom,
I don't
boom,
think
so you
ever
can
do that,
forge
but
it the way you want.
Say if you want intellect, here's 100 intellect, here's 100 strength. Pick which one you want.
Like I think it all will get allotted
Yeah.
to
Because it would be nice seeing as how.
It's another cool addition. If it happens, and especially with the reforging, it's nice.
Cool.
It'll allow you, let's say your armor, well, if they add reforging, it fixes everything anyway, because I cannot roll things when I get random items from drops. I only ever get strength.
Yeah, me too.
Always.
I
But
think
if
strength
buy
is
them
the
from
highly
Trials
favored.
If I buy them from Trials of Osiris, I always get decent stuff. But even the stuff from Varix have all been strength for me.
Yeah.
Now,
That's
with
not just you, that's
before we go to the
every
next
class.
point, and then you can segue, the biggest issue that still needs to be resolved again is your armory.
Vault space again?
Vault
Yeah.
space again.
Yeah.
Like we need pages of vault space. Like
Yeah.
we need a vault, not
I
a
would
chest.
settle for each character having their own vault.
That
Yeah.
would be I would be
Well,
okay with
you
that.
could have a vault for each, and then you have your main vault.
Yeah,
like in Diablo, where you could store
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, I'd be all right with that.
But segue to that.
Segue to more stuff. Actually, that's not rumored because I looked it up and it's
okay.
confirmed. So we're gonna go to Xbox One is getting all of the current PS4 exclusive items on September 15th when the Taken King comes out.
Oh, okay.
They'll
So
get their
congratulations, you're gonna get your Hawk Moon, you're gonna get your Monte Carlo,
Your
That means-
fourth horseman.
your fourth horseman,
He might
and you're going to
Zor's
get
probably
your
so.
PvP maps and
Yeah.
your 2 strikes.
Yep.
We're getting more stuff though.
Yep.
So for another year, we will now have more than that. We will have a unique strike. We will have a Crucible map. We will have a armor sets for each class.
Weren't we supposed to
and
have those in-
exotic weapon, which is a Jade Rabbit Scout Rifle?
And it looks awesome.
Jade
It looks
Rabbit.
I
strikes.
give up. Jade Rabbit is now cool.
2 strikes.
2 strikes.
Channel
One of
unit
them
Jade
is
Rabbit.
against Vex, and the other one, it sounds like is against Cabal. The Vex one sounds interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I want more Cabal stuff. I like the
Okay,
Cabal. There's not
so
enough of it.
let me just explain that. That means that as exclusive stuff, we have 2 strikes. That means there's at least going to be
3. At least 3.
I'm going to say at least 4.
At least
'Cause
4.
Yeah.
You wouldn't give PlayStation 2 extra on top of Xbox only getting 1.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So
Like,
I
at
think
least
there's
4,
at least 4, maybe even 6, so that there's 4 in general, and
Yeah.
then 2 exclusive to PlayStation.
Which would be massive.
That's a pretty big update. And then
Well,
there's rumors there's going to be 12 story missions.
Well-
Like that's a lot.
When you think about it, if the level cap's going from 20, the actual level cap from 20 to 30,
They
like
haven't actually mentioned
I
anything
know,
about
but
it.
like it's rumored if it's going to do actually that, and then the light level is going to be raised all the way up to 40 from 36 to 40, 34 to 40.
They didn't say anything about
Yes.
that at E3.
They
though.
haven't talked about it. This is still all rumored stuff from before that. But if it does, all this content makes sense. It's a lot of ways to level up. That's
That
what I'm
would
trying to
be
say.
an interesting way of them to get people who haven't played anything yet to come into it having the level that you can level up to without doing anything be 30, because then you can instantly jump into all the different content to get gear really easily instead of trying to find gear really quick. But I think they've sort of fixed that, because if you have a House of Wolves as the daily heroic, you get 20 marks for it.
Yeah.
It doesn't take very long to grind
You
that
can
stuff out anymore.
you can easily get to 24
They
in
are
one
going to
day.
run into the same problem as any MMO runs into, though, because even though there's not that many MMO aspects to it, they are going to have the problem of new players. Like new players jumping into Destiny for the Taken King because it looks cool. They're going to be very overwhelmed with if they don't have a method of them to catch up, because they're going to jump into it and be like, okay, so I'm level 0, I got to get to 20, then I got to grind all these armor pieces out, then I have to do this stuff to get
Well,
to
I
34.
wouldn't be surprised to learn when it comes out that for the $80 version of the game, so the one that comes with the original, the 2 expansions, and Taken King, that you get 1 leveled character.
Yeah,
like the same way that
something
like,
World of Warcraft
yeah.
is doing right now. If you buy the Warlords of Draenor expansion, you get a free level 90.
Yeah.
So you don't do any of the previous stuff. It takes you through some tutorial missions, and then it says, "All right, you're level 90. Go to Draenor and meet your friend, like play with your friends."
Yeah.
So-
I would not be surprised to find out that they're going to have that.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was quicker than I thought it was going to be. That being said, does anybody have anything to add? Like, what are we most excited for? I think it's probably going to be unanimous, the new subclasses, probably.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for a new raid.
Yeah.
That was my biggest
Now-
disappointment of House of Wolves.
I know they were mentioning they were also working on that raid and another
They're
raid.
working on 2 currently.
They are
Did
working on
did they
2.
mention anything on the second one yet, or
No.
No.
So, what if that dropped end of July to hold people over for a month?
It wouldn't surprise me if they did it, but I don't
Yeah.
think they're going to
No.
do it. It would be awesome if they did, to give us something to tie us over, because there are games that are... They're going to have a lot of competition for me, because this is the problem. So this comes out September 15th.
Actually,
okay?
there is one thing while you're doing that. I'm going to
Okay, sure.
check my phone. So
Go look it up.
don't go talk to me.
No,
But
okay, so September 15th is when this game comes
Yeah.
out, right?
Yeah.
There is 2 major games coming out. I can't remember what the other one is, but Metal Gear Solid 5 comes out on the 1st,
Which is
which is massive.
Yeah.
A
Mad
lot of
Max
people
comes
play
out on the
that.
1st.
Mad Max comes out on the 1st. That was the other game I was thinking of, but it's not as major.
No.
But there are other games coming out soon. As an example, it's also a bad time of year. It's September 15th. People are going back to school, so university
Yeah.
kids might pick this up, but other people won't. It's still for PS3 and stuff, so they're still limited by that. Who knows? Like, I'm not going to be able to play The Taken King. I get married on the 19th of September.
yeah.
Like, I have 4 days with the game. I'm not... I don't have any days with the game, because that close to the wedding, I'm going to be doing other stuff.
Krista
And I'm
will
gone
hurt
for 2
you.
weeks. So I'm not going to be doing anything like that with the Taken King. So I'm hoping that when I come back, it's not... I don't know. It's not out of my mind so far that I don't even touch it.
Honestly, I think it'll be similar to what you did after you first beat VOG and whatnot. It's going to be
Sort
break
of
time
played
for a couple
break
months.
time for a couple months and then
Yep.
go back.
Yeah.
Definitely see
okay.
that, just because I know how big you are on playing other games.
Yeah.
And
well,
there's a lot of there's a lot of games that interest you more than other people.
Yeah,
like me,
absolutely.
Josh, Matt.
That
you know.
being said, please do. I wish game companies would do more, like they did with like Batman coming out tomorrow. That's awesome. There's no other games coming out in June. I needed something to play. I was getting very bored.
Yeah.
Like not bored. I guess that's the wrong word. But I was playing Final Fantasy X and then Destiny.
You were hitting the wall.
But
You
I
were
was
just
hitting the wall of that
repetitiveness.
stuff. So like I'm pretty much done Final Fantasy X. But I needed a new game. But if Batman wasn't coming out tomorrow, what's the next new game? September 1st, Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
Like, that's a long time to wait. Game companies, let me explain something to you for the second time on this podcast. Let me explain how gamers work. We don't like the sun. We don't go outside. The ones who do are playing Call of Duty. That's why they Call of Duty games. Well, kinda.
I got kids. I have to go outside.
Yes, but mainstream
I'm
gamers
pale.
will wait until Call of Duty and stuff. But core gamers,
Put it that way.
which is a large percentage of your audience, will probably play games if you release them. I'm not saying midsummer, but have some more stuff come out. Like
It's-
Bloodborne in March was great for me.
Every
Start of summer is a great time.
Yeah.
Near the end of winter is a great time.
I don't understand why there's nothing in summer. You think about it. No one's in school. It's the perfect
I
time
know,
to
but
release
their
games.
marketing mentality is that, well, everybody goes outside and stuff. Let me explain something to you. Gamers don't like the sun. They
It
don't
also-
go outside.
It
And
also,
even if we do,
And
we're
I'm
not
selfish.
outside at
Make the
night.
game
No,
for
you
me.
know,
I'll
it's-
buy it. Everybody else can buy it later.
it's not sunny every damn day. There are, storms.
Rainy days and
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Absolutely. But yeah,
Talk to
I
some
think,
people from the East Coast.
I think that's the biggest issue for me. I'm glad that there are more and more games coming out in the summer.
Yeah.
I hope, like I said, that Horizon is next year's Bloodborne. Comes out like March or April. I would love more and more games coming out, because when it comes to September, October, November, and now December this year, because there's a bunch of games coming out.
Just
for the
Cause
first,
3. Oh my god.
all that stuff, that means for the holiday season, I know, but you're saturating that market. Like, the reason, oh my god, what was that game that came out? The zombie game at the first of this year.
Oh,
Daylight.
Daylight.
Dying Light.
Dying Light.
When Dying Light came out, it sold over 1 million copies.
because nothing else was.
But nothing else was out. If that had come out in November, nobody would have bought it.
The challenge with the big releases right before Christmas is you have to be top dog.
Yeah.
Like 100% have to be top dog, because
Yeah.
from a parenting standpoint,
Yeah.
you're looking at the Christmas season, but you're not buying 3 and 4 and 5 games for somebody for Christmas.
Especially if you're in Canada now, because they're $80 now.
Yeah.
Everything after Arkham Knight is $80 because our prices have gone up and stuff.
Stupid
That being
Canadian
said,
dollar.
Like, if you're Halo, it doesn't matter when you drop it. If
Yeah.
you're Tomb Raider at this point, I would actually be cautious of where you put that, because that's not a game that
some people get it for free.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Hey,
this is Destiny only.
Stun.
Back in.
Destiny.
Stun.
But that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
that I wish the Taken King came out a little bit earlier. Would have been a great
August.
summer game for me.
August would have been a perfect
Beginning
month.
of August would have been perfect. Yep. I guess that was that long tangent. I let you look that stuff up.
What'd you find out?
There was nothing about any summer raid, but there was a big long outage today, so I was actually looking to see if it was saying anything of what that
What was that
for.
outage?
Planned for future endeavor, so they're starting the maintenance to get the patches in for Taken King. And
Is it
maybe
up now?
Maybe some other stuff.
Yeah, it's back up right now.
Good.
Yeah.
I wanted to play it.
All right. So anything else that we have anything to say about the Taken King? No?
No,
No.
Okay.
I'm done.
Let's do some plugs and get out of here. Obviously, that was our sort of Destiny E3 special, going over everything that we know about the Taken King. And now that it's been announced, we're going to have lots of news coming in the future, probably more news each week. And we will see you next Tuesday. So let's do some plugs. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at Chalices. If you want to follow Matt,
At Man W the
if you
Beard.
want to follow Sam,
At Mr. Gloom and Doom.
and if you want to follow Josh,
at Joe Quiggle.
and more importantly, if you want to follow us as a collective group, we are at Gaming Lag, 2Gs and Lag. Visit our website, gaminglag.com. Support Extra Life. Support our swag shop. It's right now the only way to support us as far as financials. We are working on other ways to do that, though. I guess we're probably going to look into starting like a Patreon or something like that. Hopefully, as we grow, that'll just get better. Check out all the gamers on Gamer Support Gamers as well. We have some spotlighted people on the main page and more people throughout our website, which have some great content. Is that it?
That's
been
it.
the last word.